All right, so we're going to do a little discussion today about this guy. I don't think we've done a formal introduction yet, but this is Stuart. This is one of our little mini skids that we got. This is the Derette V1000. This thing has been an absolute powerhouse beast. Loving the capabilities of it. The one thing that I'm not super convinced is that this guy isn't some kind of a hater or a pitcher or somehow related to the Minnesota Vikings. Why, you ask? Well, you know how haters throw shade? You know how pitchers throw baseballs and the Minnesota Vikings throw every possible chance they have of getting to and winning the Super Bowl? Well, this guy's doing that with its tracks. And it's been really, really annoying. Yesterday, when we got here on site, I spent about an hour dinging around trying to change this track on this side. And that's because I left it thrown last time we were on site. We were doing a bunch of clearing down the path here. If I pan to the right, we were down there on the path doing some clearing, and it threw that track at the end of the day, and I got frustrated, and we left. That was it, and we went home. This other track over here, it threw about an hour before that, and we had to fix it. And the thing is just tossing them like mad. I don't understand what's going on here. I think the deal is, and maybe I'm wrong, I could be very wrong on this, but I think that these tracks probably aren't steel belted. I think they're just rubberized tracks, and there might be like steel bars going across it, but I don't think it's belted. So I hear tale that one of the other mini skids that exist in the market, I think it's the Bobcat, has effectively the exact same sprocket size, same tread length, everything's pretty much the same. And so I'm going to keep my eyes open for some good deals on their tracks, because tracks be expensive. They cost, for US made tracks, well, US brand machine tracks, they cost about $1,000 to $2,000 a pair. And that's not nothing. So while I do have a full extra set of tracks for this thing that came with the machine, I had them sent to me when I purchased it, and I could absolutely swap them on. I'm not convinced that's going to solve the problem. This machine only has 10 hours on it total, and a lot of that was sat idling. So I think it's just the track quality. And or, I mean, to be fair, my terrain has a lot of roots in it right now. I mean, if we walk along, just looking down right here, there's a part of a tree stump, and that's a problem. And because the machines don't like going over something that has a really hard piece of terrain. Right here was where I threw the track the first time, and that's because there's a root effectively running right across here. And until I grind it out, there's nothing I can do about that. But man, if this thing keeps throwing tracks, it's just going to be frustrating. And while there's a cost to buying new tracks, there's also a cost to the time it takes for us every time we got to remount the tracks. And so that has to be balanced with it. So it is what it is. But I did want to introduce y'all to Stuart. Today we're going to do some stump grinding. We're going to do this little attachment here. I had to actually repair it. There was a bit of an issue during shipping where the actual 12-volt plug connector here got crushed. And so we swapped in a new one. It wasn't a big deal. Super simple fix. Not something I feel needs RMA'd by the manufacturer, so we just did it. I mean, these machines are going to get used. They're going to get beat on. The attachments are going to get beat on, and there's just some natural wear and tear. But yeah, so I'm not going to probably do any video of the stump grinding, because Derette and the Derette user community has tons and tons of videos on that. So unless there's something specific that y'all want to see, I'll probably just, you know, y'all can go find a Derette stump grinder with oscillating head like video. I know that, you know, Our Life in Trees and whatnot have all done videos on that over and over again. So I'm not going to deed a bed horse, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and use that. And yeah, what are we actually going to grind out today? Let's quickly get to that at the end of this little segment here. So we're about to do a pit for our outhouse. It's just for urine. It's going to go right here. There's a big root that's going across here, so we're going to grind out this root so we can use the BFA, the big freaking auger, to drill that hole right there to auger it out using the auger head. Rolled over here, who you haven't yet been introduced to formally, is going to do that work. I think it's got more than enough power, so Rolled will do that. While De La Barca is running Rolled on the auger, after that pit is dug, or after that root is cut out, I'm going to be grinding out this triple tree stump right here. And then up further here, where that little clump of trees is, there's one other stump up here that needs ground out. So we're going to hit that. You can see it maybe right down there. Yep, there we go. There's the stump in frame. So grind out this stump here. There's probably a bunch of other little mini stumps all over the place that need ground out, like the one down by the outhouse that I pointed to earlier on. And there's plenty of roots growing across the path that we're just going to grind out with that stump grinder head, because it'll move the dirt a bit, loosen it up, and then we can level it more. This spot right here is actually relatively level. It's doing good, but it was a lot of work with Stuart to do that. And again, right here was where I threw the tracks twice. Once because I ran up on that stump. So that was on me, but it is what it is. Still not super fun having to change tracks all the time. All right, we'll catch you all soon.
Do it, lady.